Well guys, today's another high point day. Yeah, high point and then the second highest point in North Carolina. First one's a little bit easier to get to. Well guys, today we're in North Carolina and we're gonna quickly hike up to the top of Mount Mitchell here. So far not nearly as steep as Clingman's Dome Trail, going up to the top of that observation deck. Looks like it is getting a little steeper though. Gotta go up 90 feet. I might have spoke too soon now. It feels like it's Clingman's Dome steep, but it's not nearly as long as Clingman's Dome Trail. Almost made it. Elevation 6,684 feet. Highest peak east of the Mississippi River. Well guys, we made it.
We did.
So we were hoping to be able to take you to the Grandfather Mountain off there, but apparently that you need reservations to go up there, and the only time is that we could book it is like a late on a Sunday, but we're hoping to get home on Sunday, so might not be able to show you Grandfather Mountain this time. Might have to plan another trip in the future around that. But we do plan on hiking to the mountain just over there along the ridge line today. Uh-oh, Deanna's taking a panorama. I gotta get out of the way. Okay, I think I'm good over here now. Mount Craig, I believe, is where we need to go. I think that's the second highest point in North Carolina. The cloud cover off in the distance is just amazing. We drove through that on the way up here. It's pretty foggy. I think the Airbnb we're staying at, or where we did stay at, is off down there in Little Switzerland, and we have a different Airbnb down there tonight. We promised the next trip we'll actually take the RV out.
Yeah.
We just wanted to take a little quick trip, so we just made a bunch of little reservations throughout. We didn't want to have to move the fifth wheel that many times, so. And you can't really see it that well due to all the clouds, but Clingman's Dome is off that way. They're in Tennessee. No snow here today. All right, our second highest high peak on this trip. Or our first, well, it's the highest,
Yeah.
but it's our second destination. But now we're going to go to the second highest peak in North Carolina, which is our third. No, I'm just kidding, I'm done. So yeah, I believe Mount Craig is where we're heading next. Up there. And hopefully we're not wrong. I did very limited research before this hike today. So I believe this is Deep Gap Trail. I almost called it Deer Gap Trail. So it's only 1 mile to Mount Craig, so I think we should be able to handle that. Even if it is a decent elevation gain between there. Well, I guess it'd be here to here. It's only 50 feet difference between the peaks, but you got to go down before you go up. And we get views the entire time, so it's really kind of hard to complain. Rare and endangered plants and animals ahead. Stay on trail. Camp only at Deep Gap, 4.5 miles north. We're not going to make it 4.5 miles north. They say the spruce trees around here make it kind of look like southeastern Canada, I guess. I've never been to southeastern Canada, so those of you that have been to southeastern Canada, does it look like southeastern Canada? Guys, it is a very nice and cool morning. Probably in the 60s in this dense forest area. This is already an epic trail, really liking it. Well, it's going to be strenuous on the way back. So far it's all downhill, but we do got to go back up to Mount Craig at some point. We've definitely gone down more than 50 feet. Oh, it's going to be a fun trail. Looks like we may be hitting a clearing here soon. Wow. You know, we've done a lot of cool trails in our life, but this is up there. Deanna was already picking off all the raspberries.
Not all of them, but there are some.
Picks off another one. I'm already satisfied with this trail just with this view here. amazing. Body's still getting used to this elevation a bit.
Yeah.
Hiked 3,000 feet lower yesterday. Still no Colorado, but we're not acclimated yet. So we're definitely on Mount Craig. We're just not sure where the peak of Mount Craig is. It does get fairly rocky through here. A little bit of rock scrambling, not a lot. Alright, so there's Mount Mitchell behind those trees right over there. We're still not quite to the top of Mount Craig, but had to stop for this view. Once I get to a level spot here, I'll turn around. You can see Mount Mitchell a lot easier. Parked right up there. Not too much higher than Mount Craig. Only 50 feet. Whew. I don't want to hike anymore, I just want to look. Now we officially made it to the second highest peak in North Carolina. Mount Craig, altitude 6,663 feet, named for Loch Craig, 1860 to 1924. Oh, by the way, it's Deanna's birthday. So anybody watching this, wish Deanna a happy birthday.
Won't it be like September by the time you get it up?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much footage I get. Deanna found another epic view. I believe this is just the ridgeline we're hiking through right now. Peak to peak to peak to peak.
Same view or a different view?
I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, about the same.
That's a cool tree. Just that one, not any of the others. Made it to Big Tom, 6,580 feet. Named after a famous guide and bear hunter. Pretty sweet. There's Mount Craig. There's Mount Mitchell. There's Mount Big Tom. There's Deanna. This might be our last peak we hiked to on this trail today. Might go check out a few other trails, we'll see. Didn't do a ton of research, so we'll just kind of have to play it by ear. Whew, that is an epic view. We decided to start heading back from Mount Big Tom. Get back up to Mount Mitchell, eat some lunch, and see if we can find some more trails around this area. It's getting closer to what, like 10 o'clock or 10:30 or something?
I thought it was 11.
Maybe it's 11. But anyways, more people are starting to show up, so if you want to beat the crowds, get here a little bit before then. Especially if you want to take a loop. I think if you take the loop that some other people were taking, which is much longer, you should definitely be able to space yourselves out and pretty much get the trail to yourself. We got a couple mountain peaks to ourselves for quite a while. It seems like the clouds are rolling in a little bit, so we might have picked the perfect time of day to get this hike in. Because I don't think I'd want to hike this during the rain.
No, I don't think so.
It's already slippery just with a little bit of leftover mud and rain from yesterday. You don't need a rope or anything to get up, but there are some small areas of rock scrambling. I do like rock scrambling, it's fun. And now I believe we're making our way back up Mount Mitchell. As it flattens out. Maybe a little bit further up. Oh, this area is so awesome. Caught her again in the act. Leave some for somebody else. Well guys, we made it back to the picnic area. But now we gotta go get lunch and bring it back to the picnic area. Because we're hungry.
Yes.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Walking up to Mount Mitchell, not really hiking.
Yeah.
Hiking Mount Craig. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. You can also check us out at
DNSadventures.com.
and as always,
Adventure on.